The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah. The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah. Jannah.
Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا حبيب الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا نبي الله وعلى آلك وأصحابك يا نور الله. Viewers of Madani Channel, allow me to start off by saying that the closest people to the Holy Prophet ﷺ on the Day of Judgment, they are those people who had sent a large number of salutation, salawat, and durood upon the Holy Prophet ﷺ in this dunya. Sallu ala al-Habib sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. We welcome you again on this beautiful topic whereby we talk about the knowledge al-ilm. And we're still talking about the virtue of knowledge from the Al-Hadith. This is the third part whereby we talk about the virtues of knowledge coming from the Al-Hadith. In the previous episode, I did mention the Hadith on the authority of Abu Darda and being recorded in Sunnah of Ibn Majah and in Sunnah of Imam At-Tirmidhi, whereby we heard that the one who trained a path to seek knowledge, Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal will make a path to go to Jannah easy for him. And the scholar, the one who is a scholar, the dwellers of the heavens, the dwellers of the earth, which is between the earth and the heavens, and including whatever is inside the earth as well, they do maghfirah. They ask for forgiveness for a scholar. They ask for blessing for a scholar. Many a thing. They make dua actually for a scholar. And we hear that verily the scholars, they are the heirs of the prophets. Allow me to pick up from there and try to continue and to add more flesh to the bones which I gave in the last episode. It means that when we say that the angels, they spread their wings, this must be understood in the majazi, in the metaphorical, and in the spiritual sense, whereby we hear all these things. Amanna, we believe in the Holy Prophet ﷺ, we believe in Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal, and we must know that whatever the Holy Prophet ﷺ say, it is the truth. So this is to show the happiness of the angels and the honor to the scholar. So allow us to explain to pick up from where we left from that for the last time. This is to show that the angels, they like people who do knowledge. Because we heard that this is to honor somebody who is getting no knowledge. Actually, the honor, it is not only for the scholar, but for the knowledge which is sick, which is in him. That is where we left. That it to point out to love and honor the love of the angels. Now, when we say that the angels, they are spreading their wings, allow us to understand. It shows that the angels, they love him. The scholar and the students, they are the ones who are persevering on the upbringing of the dunya. As it is mentioned that buka'u dunya ala arba, 4 things they make the dunya to last. Ilmul ulama, knowledge of the scholars, wa adlul umara, and justice of the leaders, and wealth of the generous wealth people, and the dua which is made by the masakin. And also ilm is one of these things. Then he climbed the second step, practice his knowledge, then he go to the last step, which is spreading the knowledge. Then the angels, they love him. Why? Because there is a resemblance between him and what is found in the angels. The scholars, there are some resemblance for which they can resemble the angels. There will be a link between the ulama, the scholars, and the angels. That's why the angels, they love them. فَإِنَّ الْمَلَائِكَ, for verily we all know that they are the creations of Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal, which strive most to guide the human beings, to advise the human beings. They like good for the human beings. Like the scholars, they like good for the human beings. That's why they are giving them ilm. No, the one who teach you, he like you. You cannot even do justice to the scholar. You cannot even pay him. Two people, you won't even be able to pay them. Number one, your parents. The drop of a milk of your mother, you won't be able to pay. One alif to the one who teach you the only alif, you cannot do justice to pay them back. You are indebted unto them. So, like the angels, they like goodness for the humanity. That is same goes to the scholars. They like goodness for the humanity. So there is a resemblance. This is the resemblance which I am talking about, which is found in the angels, again from the scholars. And the most benefiting the Bani Adam, to the children of Adam. They advise them, they help them, they benefit them, the children of Adam, the angels. May we love the angels also. So the scholars, they are like them. Why? Because they benefit the fellow human beings with knowledge. They try to protect the fellow human beings, like the angels. How the angels, they benefit the children of Adam? We hear that they make istighfar for the children of Adam, the angels. They make istighfar. They ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for maaf, for forgiveness for the children of Adam. And they help the children of Adam from their enemies, minashayatun, from the devils. Then they strive, they will for good for the children of Adam in many angles, in many avenues. بَلْ يُرِيدُونَ لَهُ مِنَ خَيْرِ الدُّنْيَا وَالْآخِرَةِ. They like good for the human beings in this world as well in the hereafter. So now the scholars, they resemble the angels on this issue of benefiting the children of Adam. Like how the angels, they want to benefit them. So the scholars, they benefit them. So if a servant seeks knowledge, so he is striving to get that thing which benefits the human being most. So now we have got some resemblance with the angels on that party of benefiting. For that reason, the angels will start to love him. And they start to honor him. Hatta, to such an extent that the angels, they will spread their wings to him as a sign of showing happiness and love to him. وَقَوْلُهُ, and the saying of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, إِنَّ الْعَالِمَ, for verily for a scholar, لَا يَسْتَغْفِرُ لَهُ, then the people, the dwellers of the heaven and the dwellers of the earth, including the animals, including the fish, they make istighfar for him. Now we explain to that inshallah. Verily, لَمَّا كَانَ الْعَالِمُ, like how it is in a scholar, سَبَبًا فِي حُصُولِ الْعِلْمِ, he did go and is the reason, the means for gaining knowledge. In knowledge there is success for our souls. مِنْ أَنْوَاءِ الْمُهْلِكَاتِ, from each and every type of distraction. So the scholar, his desire and his efforts and his striving is intended towards that. And we must know that the success of the worshippers, it is in the hands of the scholars. Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal rewarded the scholars. We hear that al-jaza min jinsil amal. The reward which Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal give the servants, it will be perpendicular their action. The rewards are as great as the greatness of your action. If the act is great, then the rewards are greater. That is what it means. So due to this fact that seeking knowledge, it is something of nobility. So the reward also must be noble and great. وَجُعِلَ, Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal is allowed man fi samawat, the dwellers of the heavens, wal ard, as well as of the earth, to make istighfar for the scholar. That Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal forgive not sins but shortcomings of the scholars. The shortcomings, wherever they can go, any shortcomings of them, Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal must forgive and grant them barakah. If we hear that the angels, they make istighfar for the believers, why can't they make the istighfar especially to the best of the believers? Who are the best of the believers? The scholars, the believing scholars. So specifically, it is called khususiyya, khasa, specialness of the scholars, that they deserve to be mentioned separately. So here, the angels, they make dua for everybody, for the mu'min, but khasa, specifically for the scholars. This is to show also the benefit of seeking knowledge and its honor. وَقَدْ قِيلَ, and some people, they did give an explanation that all the dwellers of heaven and the earth, now including the animals, Those who can see, those who can, make a sound, and those who cannot make a sound, all of them, they do make al-istighfar for the scholars. This is strengthened also by the saying of the Holy Prophet ﷺ in the same hadith which we are still discussing, hatta al-hitan, that including the fish in the water, wa hatta namla, and also including the ant, fi juhriha, in their ant hill, in their dwelling places, all they make the istighfar. It was said, sababu hadha al-istighfar, the reason for this istighfar, anna al-alima, for very, why a scholar? Why do the animal make istighfar for the scholar? Why do the ants make istighfar for the scholar? Why do the fish make istighfar for the scholar? A very beautiful explanation is given here. For very scholar, yu'allimu al-khalq, he teach the creation, especially the human being, the protection of the animal. Nowadays we talk about the endangered species, because if people they continue to hunt the animals, they are going to finish. Nowadays you find that in as far as the animal kingdom is concerned, people they talk about the animal species and how to preserve the animal species. So from among this, the scholars of Islam, they teach the people how to respect the animals, how to hunt the animals, how to kill without causing much pain to the animals, how to love also the animal. You are rifuhum, the scholars, they will make people to know how to get them and how to use them, how to use your camels, how to use your cows. Even the animal is old in Sharia, you mustn't make it to do a hard work. It is the time whereby it must not do the burdens. To preserve and all these things of, keeping it and making sure that the animals they eat. We heard about the hadith whereby one is punished because of a cat and one was rewarded because of a dog and all these things. So the scholar, they explain this to the children of Adam so that they will preserve the animals by doing justice and fulfilling their rights, how to benefit from the animals, wa kayfiyya, and also specifically how to slaughter dabahiha, to slaughter them ala ahsanil wujuh, on a manner that befit the majesty and the dignity of these animals, as they are al-khalqu, a hadith point like that, al-khalqu, or the creation, iyalullah, it is the family of Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal. So that we just have got to do justice and also to respect them. And to have mercy bil hayawan, with the animals. Wala alimu. So the scholar ashfaqun nas is the most tolerant ala hayawan, on the animals. So this is the reason, some of the reason, not all the reason. You cannot say this is the reason. These are some of the reason whereby the animals, they make dua and istighfar for them scholars. In conclusion, or in a nutshell, we will say that the mercy and the goodness which we find, which the animals they deserve from us, it is only begun through knowledge. You see, even how we slaughter, you find that the Islamic slaughter, it have got love and passion. Slaughter nicely. Don't take a hammer, then you hammer an animal. Don't take a stone, then you hit an animal. Don't take any harmful object, poison, then you poison, you drag the animal. You do it swiftly. And for our own information, or for our own information, we are not allowed to slaughter an animal in front of other animals, as there's no mercy in it. All these are the kayfiyat, the do's and the don'ts. So these are known through knowledge. May Allah Rabbul Izzat wal Jalal grant us the knowledge so that we can be included for those people who are tolerant and who are friendly to this animal. وَقَوْلُهُ, as for the statement of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, which goes, وَفَضْلُ الْعَالِمِ, the virtue of a scholar, عَلَى الْعَابِدِ, on a servant, كَفَضْلُ الْقَمَرِ عَلَى سَائِرِ الْكَوَاكِبِ, it is like that of a moon over the rest of the stars. For verily the moon, yudhi'ul afaq, it enlightens the horizon. The moon itself, it enlightens the whole horizon, and it spread its light on the universe. وَهَذِهِ حَالُ الْعَالِمِ, exactly this is the scholar itself. As for the star, its light, it is only go beyond itself. The light of the star, it goes beyond itself. If there's no the moon and only the twilight of the star, how far can we see? It cannot give as much as light which will, cover or which will encompass the entire globe. And it can only give that which can be near to its precinct, its proximity. Its proximity is, it's nearby and surroundings. وَهَذِهِ حَالُ الْعَابِدِ, exactly like a worshipper. His worship is his light which can guide him only himself. His knowledge is for only himself. He cannot be able to make nikiki dawat because he cannot do justice to it. It can benefit, it will benefit only a little bit. Like our star. Its light, it can give a little light, to its surrounding. So that's like exactly a worshipper. If you want to give light and if you want to benefit others, you cannot do more. And a handful you do. Like how this, the stars, they only, go a limited mile. So it cannot go further. The benefit of a worshipper, it is only for himself. But the benefit of the scholar, it is for each and everybody. وَيُقَالُ لِلْعَالِمِ, and it is going to be said also for the scholar. Listen to this. It's a khush khabri. We are going to conclude with this khush khabri, with this good news, with this very, very good point, whereby on the day of judgment, وَيُقَالُ لِلْعَالِمِ, it shall say to the scholar, make shifa. See how he is benefiting. In this dunya, he benefited, okay? Also, it's, in the year after, he's going to benefit again. May Allah Rabbul Izzatul Jalal make us to continue with this episode. Inshallah, we shall continue from where we left in the second episode. Stay with us, be with us. Sallu ala al-Habib, sallallahu ta'ala ala Muhammad, sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam.
The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah. The path of knowledge is the way to Jannah.